In Section 7, Part 18 of our course, we have resources for this next lecture, and it's ANSI, meaning, and an ASCII chart. And when you download it, you're going to find it in your downloads here. And when you open it up, you're going to get this screen here. Now, the first thing we're going to do is take a look at what does ANSI mean. So if we click on this link, it's going to take us out and tell us that it's the American National Standards Institute, and they're involved in industry standards and ISO. Been involved for a long time with American Standard Code for Information Interchange, which is what ASCII stands for. Now you can go down here and watch the video and learn more about it here, but we're going to take a look at the ASCII chart itself. Now the ASCII chart is broken into two parts. It has non-printable characters that are used for screen formatting, and it has printable characters. Printable characters go from 20 hex down to 7E, where 7F is not printable, it's the delete key. Now you'll also find that everything from 00 down to 1F is not printable either. How you generate some of these codes from the keyboard is a 1, which is start of heading, and 2, start of text, and so forth, can be generated by Control A for a 1, Control B for a 2, Control C for a 3, and if we look down here, Control G for the audible bell, which we talked about before. And we also have down here Control J, which is a 10 for a line feed, and Control further down here, Control M, which is our carriage return. So this is how we can generate these from the keyboard. Now we're going to relate those back to what we saw on our ANSI sheet the last time and see what that means in terms of generating these things from the keyboard so we can format our screen using that program that we developed. And we can see here bell, backspace, horizontal tab, line feed, the ones that have been highlighted here, we want to generate as we're actually running the program by just typing in these things. Now it shows here before we had 0x0a as quote \n, but on the keyboard if you want to type it in, it's Control, this little up arrow thing here means that it's a Control J. J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. Control M, because M is the 13th letter of the alphabet, will generate a carriage return, but also here a horizontal tab. The 9th letter of the alphabet is I, so Control I is going to do a horizontal tab, and Control H will actually do a backspace. We're going to demonstrate these as we run our program now. Now at this point I'm running the program. I have to click inside the window to actually start typing characters. And if I hit the enter key, it goes on to the next line. And I want to show you a couple other things. For instance, if I right mouse click on WYSIWYG and toggle maximized, then this entire screen here becomes our serial monitor out here. And I can easily go back by right mouse clicking and saying toggle maximized again, and everything goes back into this format again. I'm going to go back to toggle maximized. I'm going to now start using some of the ones that we just looked at. So the first thing I'm going to say, hi there. I'm going to do a Control K. Control K is a vertical tab, so it moves us straight down. If I do a Control I, hold down Control and press I, you can see this is a horizontal tab. If I'm typing stuff in, I can do Control H, hold down the Control and press H and back up, and then I can hit space to overcopy it here. On our ANSI escape sequences, I'm going to switch from general ASCII codes to erase functions. And if you have this, I want you to stay on this page and look at it as I'm doing the demonstration next. Now over here what I've done is I've added two lines. I've got hi there, how are you, not bad and you, and this is toggle maximized here. I'm going to use the cursor keys to move up one level. Now if you do escape by itself, left square bracket, and if I do 0 and make sure your caps lock is off and hold down Shift J, what it's going to do is it says it's going to erase from the cursor to the end of the screen. If I do escape, left square bracket 1, and again Shift J, it's going to clear from the cursor to the top of the screen. If I type a bunch of stuff on the screen and I do escape left square bracket 2, Shift J, it's going to clear the entire screen. Next thing we want to do is position the cursor, and it's going to be escape left square bracket, some row, some column, and capital H. Now our screen is going to be laid out 1 through whatever number of lines we have this way, rows and columns this way. So we have to specify our row number first and then our column number next. So right now what I want to do is go back to the top. So I'm going to do escape, left square bracket, 0, Shift H, and it goes right to the top. If I say escape, left square bracket 12, for row 12, semicolon 40, and capital H, it's going to position at row 12 and 40. So you put it anywhere on the screen and type stuff in. If we move down to color/graphics mode, we can see a generic sequence here where it says escape, left square bracket, and some number, and that's going to be our color modes here. And then the next thing you'll see, this is a foreground color, and the last thing will be our background or screen color small m. So these all end in small m. So if I want to have the text coming out bold, I would say escape left square bracket 1m. If I want to reset it back to normal, what it was doing before, I do escape left square bracket 22m, and I can go to italic mode, escape left square bracket 3m, or set it back to non-italic mode by escape left square bracket 23m. I think you can see the picture here. Have this sheet available to you as we go through this next part of the demonstration. Escape left square bracket 1, small m, high, there. We have bold. If we do escape left square bracket 2m, it's going to be faint, as it shows here. Now I can shake up the faint by doing escape left square bracket 22m, and if I type it goes back to the original. We can also do underline escape left square bracket 4m, and stuff will be underlined. I can do escape left square bracket 7m, and everything here is going to reverse video. Now these are the various colors: black, red, green, yellow, blue, magenta, cyan, and white. And the foreground color is the text color. The background color is the screen color. Now if you look at the screen here, I'm going to change it to bold, escape left square bracket 1, semicolon, and then I'm going to put in a foreground color of green, which is 32, semicolon, and then I'm going to put a background screen of magenta, which is 45, and type small m. Nothing happens while I'm typing in those escape sequences, but now if I say hi there, you can see that I've got bold green on a magenta background. Now if I want that to go the entire screen, I can just do escape left square bracket 2, shift J, boom, and the whole screen goes like that, and now I'm typing with bold letters in green on a magenta background. If I want to go back to the normal, escape left square bracket 0, small m, and again escape left square bracket 2, capital J, it's going to clear the screen and everything's going to go back to normal.